Praise 1025, Atlanta's inspiration station. Nico hanging out with you. Family, listen, we're in for a treat because we got one of my favorite artists in the studio today. And listen, she got a lot going on. She has a album she released this year. She performed on the Dove Awards, the Stella Awards, and she has a tour, her first headlining tour. Doe is in the building. What's up, Doe?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey, listen, everybody is so thrilled to have you here. We've seen you have a phenomenal year this year. Like I just mentioned, you've done so many great things, and this tour is your first tour, headlining tour. Can you talk to us about that, and how does it feel?
I just feel very supported. You know, we put the feelers out there, and honestly, people are just showing up.
Yeah.
And for Atlanta to be sold out, and now DC, I just found out is sold out.
Come
too.
on.
That's just really big, and we're really excited. And I just think we've been working hard for about 2 years now, just pushing the testimony and songs on my heart, and it's gone really well for us.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about the album Clarity, which you dropped earlier this year, which has some amazing tracks on it. I told you, I love Hey You and Jonathan McReynolds, along with Clarity, along with When I Pray, along with a lot of the album. Do you personally have a favorite that when you hear it, you feel like, okay, this is that timeless Doe music?
I think I Try is that timeless Doe message for me, because it was such a pivotal moment in my life when I wrote that song, and the freedom that came with it and the testimonies that come from it.
Yeah. Speaking of your testimony, that's one of the things that I love about you. I know you are a youth minister, and the story of the whole Uber thing. Listen, I don't know how many people can relate to that, but I can relate to being in that weird place where God has you in that waiting period.
Yeah.
And he's trying to figure out, and you're trying to figure out, God, what am I supposed to do next? And I love that you were so transparent about that, because so many people need to know that sometimes your waiting period is God's place of holding you until you get to where he needs you to go. Can you talk to the people and inspire them, and for somebody who's listening right now to say, hey, it's okay to be there?
Man, I'll just say this. I went and got my degree in creative writing. And that was the moment for me that I started realizing that God is the most incredible author. Like when the Bible calls him the author and the finisher of our faith, like I started to understand the author in a new way, getting my creative, because it's a degree in the art of storytelling.
Yes.
And what I learned there is that the stories and the movies that actually impact people all contain a certain amount of lows and a certain amount of highs, whether we believe it or not, or whether we can track that while watching the movie or not. There's an equation there that has to be in place in order for the person watching to be impacted by it. It's a hero's journey. And I think I realized while getting my degree that, like, my story has to have lows in order for me, my story has to have lows in order for me to be able to appreciate the highs. Because of my sinful nature, I can't even say thank you or understand just how good God is without the lows in my life. And people can't really be impacted by or relate to me, or I can't even relate to people unless I've been through something. And so a faith that is tested can be trusted. So you just need to know that, like, God's writing your story right now. So when I was doing Uber, I had already gotten my degree, and I knew that I was going to get to talk about it in interviews.
Yeah.
I went to Dallas, and I was like, I'm just going to get my little Uber license just in case this doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And it was so freeing and so fun for me to just know that God's with me, because I'd already made peace with, what if everything doesn't happen the way I wanted it to? It's okay.
Yeah.
My identity is not attached to that. I don't receive validation from that. It's just what I would love to do with my life. And so you have to trust him, or you're just going to be stressed the whole way and you're not going to enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
And then when it's time for you to tell your story, you won't be able to tell it well.
We're still being joined by Doe, and now we want to talk about this Christmas song, O Come Emmanuel. Doe, you have been dropping music all year long, and then you're going to gift us off at the end of the year with a Christmas song. What can you tell us about it?
You know, okay, so, sorry. O Come Emmanuel is a it's an Advent song as well. So Advent is us awaiting the arrival of Christ, right? So I realize that there are Christians out there that don't celebrate Christmas per se, but they celebrate the birth of the King in their
Yes.
own way. So that song allows for everybody to come together as
Yeah.
Christians, and it's something we can all get behind, that
Yeah.
that message. And so I got to sing it with one of my favorite artists, I Am Son, and he's such a brilliant, quirky, different sound, you know. So he produced the track, and we just came together to make our own version, and I really like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, love it, love it. Again, if you just joined us, we are speaking with Doe. Before she gets out of here, I just want to say again, if you missed the earlier conversation, Doe, you've had a tremendous year performing at every award show that I can think of that matters in our genre of music. Doves, Stellars, dropping videos, the whole nine. And I know you're on your first tour. What can we expect going into 2023 for Doe? Because I mean, you did a lot this year, and you kind of set the bar high for yourself. So what do you do next?
Yeah, I'm experiencing life and writing from those experiences for the next project, and like asking God, like, what do you want to say next, you know? And I'm really excited about the music that we've got, and we have, you know, another tour. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say the names, but we just have more traveling and just coming out to be with you guys and minister, you know, and just being in good community and fellowship with everybody.